Hello, my fabulous first graders. So today for writing, we're going to learn about how to make a list. I don't mean a list like a grocery list where you just stack items on top of each other. Instead, we're going to be learning how to write a list in a sentence format. So our goal is I can write a list of items in a sentence using commas. You're probably wondering, what are commas? Don't worry, we will figure it out together. Here we go. First, you're going to need to find this worksheet that is in your packet. It's the picture on the right side of your screen. At the top it says writing a list. So you're going to find this worksheet. We will be filling in the top part together. That's why I want you to find it. There is some sentences with some blanks. Then you'll do the bottom part on your own. If you need to pause the video right here while you go find your sheet of paper, you can. If you have the sheet of paper and a pencil ready, then you can keep going. Here we go. So first, what is a list? A list is more than two things. So if you look at the right side over here, which of these items are lists? First, the green box. The words say blue, yellow. When you think about our definition, a list is more than two things. Is blue and yellow, is that a list? No, this is not more than two things, so it is not a list. How about this purple box? Dog, cat, bird, bug, pig. Is this a list? Yes, it has more than two things, so this one is a list. The last one in the orange says Minnesota. Is that a list? No, it is not more than two things. It's just one. Nice work. We're going to be using this list for the next page, and we're going to be turning it into a sentence format. Let's find out how to do that. So this is one way that a lot of first graders would take those words and put them into a sentence. At the top, the blue sentence says, I have a dog and cat and bird and bug and pig. Ooh. That sentence was a little weird sounding, don't you think? Do you notice there is a word that keeps getting repeated over and over again? I have a dog and cat and bird and bug and pig. Do you notice you keep hearing this word and? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It gets kind of annoying to hear that word over and over again. Wouldn't you agree? So in this box here in the middle, I have some directions for us on how to turn that list on the last page into a sentence, a proper list. We are going to only use the word and once. So in the first sentence, again, we used it 4 times. No, we don't like that. Also, we're going to use commas instead of the word and. So this is the first one. This in the blue sentence is not a good example of a list. So I'm going to take us off of the presentation mode and come here to the editing mode, and I'm going to show you how we're going to turn those words, those animals from this page, the ones on this purple list here, we're going to turn them into a sentence. But we are only going to use the word and once, and we are going to use commas instead of using the word and over and over again. So I'm going to start my sentence the same way. I have a, now I'm going to put the first word on our list, which was dog. Now in the first sentence, the one we crossed out above, we use the word and next. But instead, I'm going to use this little wiggle worm piece of punctuation called a comma. A comma looks like a little wiggle worm, and it's laying on the floor of the words. So instead of and, I'm going to put this comma there. Then I'm going to put the second word in the list because this comma is like my word and. So the next animal was cat. Then I'll do another one of those wiggle worms, comma. The next word is bird, comma, bug, comma, and now here's where I'm going to use the word and the one time. Remember, we only use the word and once. And the word, and then pig. So the word and goes before my last item in my list. And then of course I want to end my sentence with a period so it is a complete sentence. So my sentence is, I have a dog, comma, cat, comma, bird, comma, bug, and, comma, and pig. Now, when we read it for real, we don't actually say the commas. The commas instead are kind of almost like a little place where you can take a little small pause or a breath if you need to. I have a dog, cat, bird, bug, and pig. So it's kind of a little pause there. Okay, so this top one, that is not how we want to say it. I have a dog and cat and bird and bug and pig. Wrong. Instead, I want to say, I have a dog, cat, bird, bug, and pig. All right, let's go back to present so it's a little bit bigger for you. Now, we are going to fill in those sentences at the top of your worksheet. Let's fill them in with the correct words. So it says, if you are saying or listing more than blank things, do you remember what is a list? More than how many things? Do you remember what number? 2, nice job. If you are saying or listing more than 2 things, you need to use, what are those little wiggle worms called? That little piece of punctuation. Remember they were on the floor of our sentence? Commas. I wrote the word and I made one of the little wiggle worms so that I remembered what they look like. So please fill in that blank with the word commas and the little wiggle worm. If you need to pause the video to finish writing the word, you can. So if you are saying or listing more than 2 things, you need to use commas. Only use the word blank once. Which word did Miss Steiner say I can only use 1 time? I'll give you a hint. Remember, we don't want to say, I have a dog and cat and bird and bug and pig. That is not a good example. Only use the word and once. Nice job. All right, make sure that you have these filled in on your worksheet. Again, if you need to pause the video to get them filled in, you can. You're going to be completing the rest of the worksheet on your own. You are going to think of 5, hold up 5 fingers, 5 of your favorite foods. You are going to write them in a list using a sentence. Be sure you use commas and only use the word and, how many times? Once. Nice job. Good luck, first graders. Have a wonderful day.